Something massive just happened across America, and most drivers are completely in the dark. February 2026 brought sweeping changes to driving laws nationwide, and if you don't know about them, you could be looking at hundreds of dollars in fines, points on your license, or worse, your daily commute just got a whole lot more complicated. Before we dive in, do me one favor right now. Hit that subscribe button. Why? Because 9 out of 10 drivers miss critical law changes like these, and I don't want you getting blindsided by a ticket for something you didn't even know was illegal. These updates are already being enforced in your state, so let's make sure you're protected. Here's what just happened. Starting in 2026, over 30 states have completely rewritten their traffic enforcement rules. We're talking hands-free driving mandates, automated cameras that catch you miles down the road, DUI laws that now include prescription medications, and fees that hit electric vehicle owners harder than ever before. Some of these changes started in 2025, but the real enforcement kicked in just weeks ago. And trust me, law enforcement is not giving warnings anymore. Let me break down the 10 most important changes you need to know right now. First up, hands-free driving laws just got serious. If you're in Pennsylvania, Iowa, or South Carolina, holding your phone while driving became illegal in 2025, and the grace period just ended. Pennsylvania's law, called Paul Miller's Law, went into effect June 5th, 2025. Iowa's hands-free law started July 1st, 2025, with warnings through the end of the year. But here's the kicker. South Carolina's law began September 1st, 2025, with a warning period that ends February 28th, 2026. That means in just days, officers will start writing real tickets. We're talking fines starting at $100 for your first offense, jumping to $500 if you're a repeat offender. And it's not just holding your phone for calls. Texting, scrolling through social media, even holding your phone to use GPS is now illegal. You can only use your device if it's mounted and you operate it with a single touch or voice commands. Now, here's the part most people miss. These aren't just state-by-state rules anymore. Over 30 states now have full hands-free laws on the books, and that number keeps growing. If you drive across state lines for work or vacation, you need to know the rules change. What's legal in one state could cost you $200 in fines 5 miles down the road. States like California, New York, Texas, Florida, and Washington already had strict laws, but enforcement ramped up in 2026 with new technology. Some areas now use cell phone detection cameras that scan for handheld use and send tickets by mail. Yes, you read that right. Cameras can now detect if you're holding your phone, and you'll get a citation in the mailbox weeks later. Second, move-over laws just expanded massively. You know the rule about moving over or slowing down when you see police cars or emergency vehicles on the shoulder? Well, that rule now applies to way more vehicles. California passed Assembly Bill 390, which requires drivers to move over or slow down for any stationary vehicle with hazard lights on. That includes tow trucks, maintenance crews, broken down cars, even someone pulled over checking their tire. If you can't safely move over, you must reduce your speed by at least 25 miles per hour. Fines for violating move-over laws now range from $200 to $1,000 depending on your state. And if you cause an accident or injury, you're looking at criminal charges. This law is already active nationwide, so pay attention every time you see flashing lights ahead. Third, left lane enforcement is no joke anymore. 30 states now issue tickets for camping in the left lane. If you're cruising in the passing lane and not actively passing someone, you can get pulled over. Fines range from $100 to $300. The logic is simple. Blocking the left lane causes traffic congestion and forces other drivers to pass on the right, which increases accident risk. States like Texas, Florida, and Washington are aggressively enforcing this, so if you're not passing, move right. Now, quick legal note, this is educational information, not legal advice. Always consult an attorney for your specific situation. Laws vary by state, and enforcement can differ based on local policies. If you're finding this helpful, imagine what you'll learn in my next video about the exact mistakes that get drivers pulled over and how to avoid them. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Trust me, knowing these insider tips could save you thousands of dollars and protect your driving record. Fourth, automated enforcement cameras are everywhere now. Red light cameras and speed cameras multiplied across major cities in 2026. But here's the scary part. Some cameras now activate at just 5 miles per hour over the limit. California passed Senate Bill 720, which allows local governments to use automated camera systems to enforce red light violations. The bill also clarifies that violations recorded by these cameras are civil penalties only, not criminal charges, but the fines still hurt. Expect to pay between $300 and $800 for running a red light or speeding through a monitored intersection. And these tickets come with photos and video evidence, so fighting them is tough. Even worse, some states introduced average speed zones. These calculate your speed over a stretch of road, not just at one point. So even if you slow down when you see a camera, If your average speed over 2 miles exceeded the limit, you're getting a ticket. Penalties start at $300. Fifth, school zone speed limits dropped even lower. California passed Assembly Bill 382, which lowers school zone speed limits from 25 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour starting January 1st, 2031. But some districts are implementing it early. School zones already have doubled fines, so getting caught going even a few miles over the limit could cost you $500 to $800. And with more speed cameras in school zones, enforcement is automatic. Sixth, DUI laws tightened in ways most drivers don't realize. We're not just talking about alcohol anymore. Several states now enforce stricter rules for driving under the influence of cannabis, prescription medications, or any substance that impairs your ability to drive. Washington State just passed a bill to lower the blood alcohol concentration limit from 0.08% to 0.05%. If the bill passes the House, this could be law by July 1st, 2026. That means 1 or 2 drinks could put you over the legal limit. Utah already has a 0.05 limit, and other states are considering it. But here's what's really important. If you're driving with any combination of alcohol, cannabis, or medications like painkillers or sleep aids, you can be charged with DUI even if your BAC is below 0.08. This is called polysubstance impairment, and it's a growing focus for law enforcement. Crashes involving drugs rose 15% in 2025, so states are cracking down hard. Refusing a breathalyzer or drug test now carries criminal charges in 20 states, not just civil penalties. You could face a 90-day license suspension just for refusing the test, even if you weren't actually impaired. California also extended its ignition interlock device program through 2033 under Assembly Bill 366. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll need to install a device that requires you to blow into a breathalyzer before your car starts. And Assembly Bill 1087 increased probation terms for vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated from 2 years to between 3 and 5 years. Hey, here's a crazy stat. Only 12% of viewers watching right now are subscribed. That means 88% of you are at risk of missing life-changing updates like this. Don't be in that 88%. Hit that subscribe button now so you stay ahead of every new law that could affect you. Seventh, electric vehicle owners are getting hit with new fees. 25 states now charge annual road use fees for electric vehicles, ranging from $50 in Colorado and Hawaii to over $250 in states like Texas and Indiana. Why? Because EV owners don't pay gas taxes, which traditionally fund road maintenance. States need to make up that revenue, so they're charging registration fees instead. Some states are even higher. New Jersey's EV fee will hit $290 by 2028. Washington charges $150. Virginia uses a highway use fee that varies based on vehicle weight and mileage. And New Mexico just raised its EV registration fees in 2026. The $70 surcharge for EVs and hybrids will increase to $90 by 2029. If you drive a plug-in hybrid, you're not off the hook either. Many states charge separate fees for hybrids, often between $60 and $150 annually. The bottom line? If you bought an EV thinking you'd save money on fuel, factor in these new registration costs. Over time, they add up. Eighth, license plate covers and obstructions are now a $1,000 fine. California's Assembly Bill 1085 makes it illegal to manufacture or use any device that obscures or interferes with reading a license plate, whether visually or electronically. This targets people who use covers to avoid toll readers or traffic cameras. The fine, $1,000. Other states are following suit with similar laws. If you have a decorative frame or tinted cover on your plate, remove it now. Ninth, parking tickets now come with flexible payment options. California passed Assembly Bill 1299, which allows local governments to waive or reduce parking penalties for people who can't afford to pay. It also requires cities to offer payment plans if requested. This helps prevent escalating fines, vehicle towing, and lien sales that disproportionately affect low-income drivers. If you get a parking ticket and can't pay it immediately, ask about a payment plan or hardship waiver. This could save your car from getting towed or impounded. 10th, autonomous vehicles now need special marker lamps. California's Senate Bill 480 allows self-driving cars to display automated driving system marker lamps. These lights notify other drivers, pedestrians, and law enforcement when a vehicle is in autonomous mode. As self-driving technology becomes more common, expect to see these lights on the road. It's not just about the cars themselves. If you're involved in an accident with an autonomous vehicle, liability gets complicated fast. Know your rights and document everything. This information could literally change how you drive starting today. Subscribe now because my next video breaks down exactly what to do if you get pulled over under these new laws. You don't want to miss that. So let's recap what you absolutely need to remember. 1. Hands-free laws are now enforced with real tickets in over 30 states. Put your phone down or mount it. 2. Move-over laws apply to any vehicle with hazard lights, not just emergency vehicles. 3. Don't camp in the left lane. 4, cameras are watching everywhere and they catch more than just red lights. 5, school zones dropped to 20 miles per hour in some areas. 6, DUI laws now cover drugs and medications, and thresholds are getting stricter. 7, EV owners face new annual fees up to $250 or more. 8, obscuring your license plate costs $1,000. 9, you can request payment plans or waivers for parking tickets if you qualify. 10, autonomous vehicles now use special lights, so learn to recognize them. Here's the thing, these laws didn't just appear overnight. They've been rolling out quietly over the past year, and full enforcement started in early 2026. That means officers are done giving warnings. They're writing tickets, and those tickets are expensive. We're talking hundreds or even thousands of dollars in fines, points on your license, insurance rate hikes, and possible license suspension if you rack up violations. But here's the good news. Now you know, you're ahead of 90% of drivers who are cruising around completely unaware of these changes. Share this video with your friends and family so they don't get caught off guard either. Look, I spend hours every week researching these law changes, so you don't have to. The least you can do is hit that subscribe button to support this channel. Deal? Click it now and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Laws change fast, really fast, and staying informed is the only way to protect yourself from costly mistakes. Remember, this is educational information designed to keep you safe and informed. It's not legal advice, and it doesn't replace consulting with a qualified attorney about your specific situation. Every state has different laws and enforcement priorities, so always check your local DMV website or consult a lawyer if you have questions about how these rules apply to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we cover what to say and what not to say when you get pulled over. You won't want to miss it. Stay safe out there and drive smart.